All right, hello everybody. Welcome to VR Master League here on Channel 1. New week 2 that is to say, a Tuesday evening, and we got ourselves a game indeed between Barrage and High Voltage, and on the cast as we see Gordon and Scoot and Code dancing. I got Caption right here with me. What's up?
What up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Happy VRML 1 day, I guess. I don't know. What are we calling it? Tuesday? Is it just Tuesday still?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, we can rename it if you want. Cap Day. Caption Day.
No, let's not name it Caption Day.
Okay.
We'll save that for Saturdays, because everyone likes Saturdays.
Well, these guys are dancing like it's Saturday right now, partying it up here in the arena. And, yeah. So we got, see, Nick in the chat, as well as Superbody, SPF, and Andy, but not with a bad name. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Well, in any case, round 1 about to start, ladies and gents. We got 2 or maybe possibly 3 matches here in a row, kind of depending on scheduling, but most likely 3. I would say, all back to back to back. So with that, we're ready to go. These 2 teams returning from last season, and High Voltage we've already seen once last week, and well, here we go. First joust.
Yeah, and it's gonna be over to the side of High Voltage. That's gonna be Lulz getting that one backed out, but just missed. Unfortunately, by the backliner, and the boost coming in, it's going to be Goron who's going to be able to get that and get that one sent forward, but Cyanide going to be in the back and get the recovery.
All right, now into the bubble, just going to gradually go into Phoenix's hands, trying to clear it maybe off the wall, just getting it back and now sending it midways, but instead picked back by Copenhagen. As Copenhagen sending it over to Scoot, Scoot backing it out. And good dive here from that light stack in Lulz and Fire Ninja. They may just be in position, but no, some awkward bounces goes to the trap.
Yeah, and it's going to be Fire Ninja who's going to have his teammate actually kind of do a drive-by stun, be able to get him out, but that pass just going to be missed over to Goron. But luckily, Phoenix is going to be there for the recovery, so it's going to be going back to Fire Ninja who's going to be able to send this one up to Lulz. Now looking to get some good offensive positioning, but some defense going to be played there. But Phoenix playing back in the middle, looking to see if he can break in.
Yeah, and Phoenix, just going for the under armor, but unfortunately couldn't crack that armor of the defense, at least not quite yet, as that does sail to the blue zone. So overtaken by Paravallo, 1 in the goal, 3 meeting them halfway, and will not be a conversion on the first, but the second will be pretty good. First 2 points.
Yeah, Scoot, and I mean, again, something we said about positioning. You missed a shot, your teammate misses a shot, but you're in the right spot to get the disc back, and sometimes it pays off, like right there. A 2 points going to be going over to the side of Barrage, and they're going to take an early 2-0 lead.
Yeah. So over to the launch here. Phoenix going to take that disc, and for anyone watching, you might notice a few new things there in the Twitch chat. Just, I don't know, trying. I said a couple days ago that I was going to update it, because I keep saying I'm going to update some stuff and add some extensions. Is right now a full extension on the shot from Copenhagen. So I said, Palador, you're gonna actually do something, and I did. So, yeah, we got a little front row land there that literally just went in minutes ago, so there's no one out there yet. But you can go and hover over your video player if you just happen to want to cheer. Of course, if you don't want to give your money, I understand, but it's there for people who care to, because sometimes people do, and then they have nothing to really show for it. So now people have something to show for it. In any case, next launch.
Yeah, and it's going to be High Voltage getting a nice steal there. It's going to be Phoenix who's going to be able to get that one all the way over, but just out of the hands of Goron, as it's going to be a nice recovery here for Barrage, but for Valio going to miss that, so Goron going to take advantage of that and give himself 2 points and give him his team another 2 points as well, 4-2.
Yeah, so Goron getting on the scoreboard finally for High Voltage. Took a few minutes, but yeah, just like that. Right back in really quick fashion, 18 seconds into that whole clock.
Yeah, now Prevalio just going to quickly get that one over to Cyanide. A little bit of a quick play going to be happening as he gets that one crossed, but the arena going to be in the way there as it's going to bounce off some Geo, but able to recover that, going to get that over to Scoop, but Copenhagen just going to be missing it. It's going to be over to Goran, who's just trying to hit off the back, but not able to get anything there. It's just going to try to get it cleared out in the boost to be successful.
All right, let's see. Paravallo's there, just eyeing the situation, and over at the barrier, a bunch of stuns from Cyanide, contesting 2 different players. Gets it over to Copenhagen, but couldn't cope with the Fire Ninja defense, so that's going to be right back to Fire, and Fire out the way into maybe an open goal, and that is High Voltage up by 1.
Yeah, high voltage. Good job coming back. They did go down 2 goals early in the game, but 2 quick goals to bring them right back. We're almost hitting around the 5-minute mark, just around a minute left towards that. And 5-4. So good situation here coming in for high voltage. They have a little bit of momentum on their side and a 1-goal lead.
And as it goes back into the blue zone on this launch, will be overtaken, bouncing every which way it would seem as Copenhagen now gets it back and sends it to Paravallo. Paravallo avoiding Goran, and up at the nest, the anchor shot, oh, squeezes it through Scoot somehow just off the backboard.
Yes, Scoot, a great shot, I suppose, right off the backboard there, and just sneaking its way past the goalie. I mean, it looks like the goalie really committed for that shot to come up front. It just kind of missed out on it, so just really just squeezing in right between the top post and finding itself in the top pocket. It's a great shot going over for Team Barrage.
And just realizing too, my link was a little bit broken on the Twitch chat. It should now be showing up for the remainder of the stream. But over here to Paravallo on the bottom of the floor. Very tight game so far, 5 minutes in, so nice stuff there. And FYI on the stickers too, they will show during the replays and at the bottom of the screen, but wanted to be, you know, least intrusive as possible on those redemptions. So, hence why they're also super cheap. So anyways, up top to the bubble, Copenhagen with the disc and gonna have it on the shoulder, but unfortunately, Scoot looking like an accidental grab or butt as it goes off the into the orange side of the floor.
Yeah, and it's gonna be recovered there by Barrage, just barely. Was almost smothered there at the end, but it's gonna be Scoot able to try to get that one out, just hitting a little bit of Geo in the tunnel on the way to get its way out, but not quite there. It's going to be Goran now trying to get that one crossed over to Phoenix. Phoenix going to be able to get that one right up to the nets. It's going to be Fire Ninja giving that one back. What a great save coming out by Paravallo to get that one cleared out.
Yeah, just stuck the arm right in there and did a lot of harm to the offensive player, so getting it out and sending it to midfield. However, it's Goran Jr., the retention, sending it back to the other side. 4:09 remaining here, so very clean game so far indeed, as we'll be bouncing all through the mid lane, and both teams trying to find a little control.
Yeah, that's going to be Paravallo, and it's going to take the nice bounce off the bottom trench. I was eyeing that one when it was going down. I didn't think it was going to go in, but once it hit that bounce, you know exactly where that's going to go. So a great shot coming out from Paravallo to put his team up by 5 points, 10-5.
Yeah, and wow, really strong effort from Barrage to start this one off. Can see Smooth Riding there in the chat asking about the. I think I have the leaderboard up there set to monthly. I want to say now, pretty sure. But yeah, of course, appreciate Smooth Riding for all the support this past week and. Been good. Arrow Knight in there, Mr. Nate Bro, 5-spotted dog. Welcome to the stream. 3 minutes left in this first round.
Yeah, and it's going to be Paravallo able to track that one all the way back down, but Fire Ninja got to get his way. But fortunately there, a little bit of a stun, but some troubles getting that one past mid-court, but it's going to be Lawls finally able to do that. But the backstack coming out from Barrage might beat it over, but high voltage just on the heels there. But unfortunately, just everyone kind of almost overcommitting that disc for just a second, as it's going to be Barrage finally able to get that one cleared out.
Now bouncing pretty close into that bubble, overshoots, so misread on that disc. Scoot will get it, sending it back now as Copenhagen also takes place on the shoulder. You see the great triangle positioning inside the bubble, barrier, both shoulders covered. Paravallo being assaulted pretty well. Now goalie Phoenix diving out and is able to slap that, but not too much mustard behind it. We'll still get it to Lulz. Lulz, though, ricocheting right back towards him and back to the upper wall on that side as it goes to the barrier, and they will bury it. Phoenix and almost had the save, and instead, yeah, it's going to go the way back of Barrage.
And bringing them up by 7 points here as the clock is still winding down. A really great shot coming out for Barrage. Great opportunity here coming out. Now, all they have to do is play some good defense, but it's something they've been doing for the majority of this game. So as long as they keep up what's going on, we could see a definite win here. And just as I say that, it's going to be a great steal and an even better finish to make his team go up by 10. I didn't quite get to catch who shot that. I think it was Cyanide. Put that one in 4-3 from half court. Great play on that defensive drive.
And indeed, Smooth Riding dropping bombs was the side of Barrage, is the side of Barrage. A barrage of bombs, in fact, as Goran Jr. takes it away here. Looking just to get something going this last minute, but suddenly, yeah, it's a 10-point disadvantage caption, and certainly being a little bit blitzed here, I think, for high voltage.
Yeah, and it's going to be back into the hands of Barrage as they get this one cleared out again. Time winding down for High Voltage. If they're going to do anything, they're probably going to have to start going pretty fast now. This isn't looking too good.
Ooh.
Copenhagen wide open shot, but just hitting the post. So a little bit of a chance here coming now for High Voltage.
Yeah, so that gets sent way into the orange zone, and that's going to bounce mighty close, but be taken by Copenhagen and Pervalo linking up as well as Cyanide, so a 3-chain going on. And just trying to maybe get another goal in this last minute, but they're feeling really, really good with this strong performance so far.
Yeah, and strong indeed as they're going to get that one cross pass, but Scoot just missing out on that as he's going to get that stun. So still comes away with the disc as he gets stunned out, trying to find someone across the bubble, but no one going to be there. But it's going to be looking like Barrage slowly but surely getting a little bit more comfortable with this lead as they are going to end up getting the win.
Yeah, looks like, again, another attempt here, getting a bit crazy, but finally finding the goal. And Phoenix, again, nearly wrangling it, but it does go in for the second time, as it will be a 17-5 closure here in round 1.
Yeah, and I mean, just slowing down. I mean, great play by both. They're just going to hit the rematch to get this round reset, I suppose. Fortunately, that wipes out my stats, though. So that's kind of, that's sad. Sad thing.
It is sad, and you know, I'll get you some stats here maybe in a second. 17-5, correct? By my short-term memory.
17-5.
Okay.
Final score.
Final score. All right. So over to the round screen here, and perhaps we'll have some stats.
Ooh. But I mean, overall, really good round. Both teams. I mean, definitely at the end, I think it was just a matter of Barrage just kind of running away with everything. I mean, 3-pointers definitely coming in, but their boosts were definitely a lot stronger than High Voltages, which I can say I'm kind of surprised by that right now.
Some chat seeming to be surprised as well with it, but Barrage, very talented team for sure. I recall seeing them last season. I'm sure, as most teams, I'm sure some of the roster has changed. Pervalo definitely was on Barrage last season, but man, with 230, 240 teams now, it's just... It's a good problem to have, but it's tough remembering where everyone sits at times these days, so, yeah.
But, regardless, I mean, two very strong teams. I mean, definitely the rankings right now with the star system, the bronze, silver, gold, diamond, are still, I think, I'm interested to see in the next maybe 4 weeks where everyone's kind of be hanging out, because, you know, I think that's when we'll get some good matches in. We'll see where everyone is.
Yeah, we've also had some good matches, plenty of good matches, in fact. But yeah, sometimes, especially with newer teams we're talking about, it does take some time to get those MMRs in line. But these two teams returning by name at the very least, and by roster, partial rosters, maybe full rosters, who knows. But nonetheless, yeah, I just checked the Connoisseur, 66 votes for High Voltage on that, 9 for Barrage. So definitely, in terms of Connoisseur, currently an upset.
Yeah, and I mean, we've definitely seen that happen a couple of times so far this season.
And do inform me, are we getting a server change or something?
I was just thinking the same thing. I'm trying to... Maybe it sounds like it. I mean, the entirety of High Voltage has backed out, so I'm thinking so. That would be my best guess.
Yeah. Well, I would hope so. I'm waiting to hear from anyone from that game in that case, with maybe a ping or something in the Discord. But either way, had the comms muted, so I couldn't tell.
Yeah, you had the comms muted as well. But I can assume.
To answer the question also of Smooth, so the little fan front row thing is just basically just a bits leaderboard of sorts, because, you know, like I was saying earlier, people are already, even for the last year, we've had basically no extras whatsoever aside of, you know, the Franken whatever emotes. But that said, people still kind enough to gift subs and bits all the time, so basically just wanted a way to actually visually feature some people who support. And give some of that featuring. So if you hover over the video player, I think the minimum is like 100 bits or something, but you can... If you do that, you basically get a slot on on the instant replays as a row fan, and you also get to access a few gestures and things like applause and boos or something. I don't know. With your little avatar, so you can actually kind of interact while your character is up on the instant replays. That's basically what it does. But like I said, guys don't gotta feel obligated. It's literally just there because for the last year, people keep doing it anyway. So I said 2 days ago to Twitch chat, I keep talking about adding some things, new little goodies and visuals for the stream. So I figured, hey, I should actually do it. So I did it. Just took a little while.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah,
We all forgive you.
it's okay. And also, sorry, John Tejada, I saw your message earlier. Sorry, yeah, I do remember you. In fact, John Tejada Hoda Texas Toasta, from season 1. Yeah.
Oh,
Good to see you.
still don't think I have any word, or either of us have any word on what is going on.
I would assume server change because all the teams, all the players have left at this point. So, oh, I just got an invite. Okay, so in that case, bear with us in this brief intermission. I'm gonna head off to the next server. So, indeed, PamWow, Echo Overtime. Yes, yes. And Duke Tygarbs, thanks for the drink. I will have this orange drink in your honor. Can you believe it? Not Dr. Pepper for once.
What?
I know, I betrayed him. Unfortunate.
Oh, it's not just him.
Rip. Okay, so rejoining the match currently, a captioned link will be up for you in the super secret channel.
Ooh.
Super secret.
Super secret?
So just a minute and we should be good to go for the second round. Apologies for that delay. Again, looks like just a server change that happened, so we'll let the teams know that they can go.
As I just load.
Okay, teams have been pinged, so I definitely hope you're loaded and locked and loaded for round 2, perhaps. There's the ready up, so looks like we shall be good.
And back to the sideline cam I go. And
Newton Dad's saying Newt's yelling upstairs. But just a private match. Yeah, probably.
those private matches get a little intense.
Yeah. I remember the same thing I'd hear from, for instance, Duller Ranger and Fair Enough. Would hear that a lot sometimes where, you know, used to scrim, when I was still playing, obviously, Metamercs and what have you. Would always hear from Duller afterwards about Fair Enough screaming, but or vice versa if we were doing privates and playing like with Duller. Sometimes if Fair Enough was playing at the same time, you'd also hear. But yeah, it's kind of cool, those father-son duos and in Echo Arena.
There's a few of them.
Yeah. And, well, we got 100 bits from Adam, and I do believe I saw Smooth Raiden joining the fandom, the first row. So, Smooth Raiden, you'll always have that win over Gilligan now because you are forever the first front row fan. So, congrats. Hopefully it works and you actually see yourself here in the next few seconds or minute when the score comes through as Copenhagen takes it off, and we are off and underway again.
Yeah, and this bounce looking mighty generous.
Ooh.
Don't know what I just said. Generous! For Team Barrage, as it turns out to be 2 points, going to start them up to nothing against High Voltage.
I think you said generated, which maybe you're just thinking...
Generated, I think I did.
High voltage, generator, that's all it is.
Generate. That's what I think I said by accident.
And there you go. I saw Smooth in the old fan row. Cool stuff.
I did see a little clap.
Yeah, I think I saw maybe a dab or something. Oh boy.
Oh!
So,
Caravallo may be having some issues there, but it might be a 3-pointer, but no, just off the mark there for High Voltage, but a recovery there from Fire Ninja. A nice stun going to be coming out, a nice pass going to be going over to Phoenix, and Phoenix with a nice finish to tie this game up 2-2.
right back at him. Indeed, Abchun there asking, is this an upset? Barrage is no joke. Yeah, neither of these teams are a joke for sure. The Connoisseur says High Voltage was favored, but Barrage says we're gonna prove some people wrong today, or at least try.
Yeah, and that's always a great thing to see. You always kind of want to see the upsets come every now and then, because I mean, if this game was always we know who was gonna win, it'd be a little boring.
Yeah, exactly. And we don't like boring. No, we like exciting. We like high voltage. That is to say, in Echo Arena, just in general. We like electric matches here as a little hype train gets underway. So thank you guys for the support and tuning in. There's Paravallo trying to tune in a shot. Just off rebound, though, is good. Copenhagen.
Yeah, and again, just his teammate running through the middle, trying to make sure he's in a good spot where no matter where the disc ends up, in case Paravallo misses, he can take advantage of it, and took more than advantage of it. 4-2 now. Good shot coming in by Copenhagen. So a great play all around for Team Barrage.
And a lot of troll faces on our replays there. I wonder if this was a good choice. Thanks for the support, though, guys. Hype train and all. Here it goes. Taken by Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix able to get that one across. It's going to be Goran now, who's going to be playing that midfield, and he's going to get that one over to Lawls, and
Nice.
Lawls, great pass to find Phoenix, cutting straight across. He's going to be able to get another 2 points. This game's tied up, so back and forth action, which is kind of similar to the way the last game started. So really going to see who's going to get some goals right now. Maybe take a little bit more advantage of some momentum. I think that's going to be the real breakout of this game.
All right, so Scoot breaking out indeed, and overtaken by Lulz, so putting on some speed. Can they go again for a goal? Push themselves up by 2 more, but oh man, Goran just an inch off the reach and kind of the same exact speed, so had a hard time wrangling it, and now they're gonna have to set back out for a much more contested goal. Doesn't matter, Ninja gets it to go, and they're up by 2 after all.
Yeah, and a great steal off the defensive joust there, as it looked like Team Barrage going for a little bit of a dribble play, trying to get down the arena with their team, also boosting through the middle. So really catching them off guard. A very overcommitted play, but one player who makes all the difference there is now maybe a little bit more of a standard approach as they try to get that one over, but it's going to be Goran there to try to get that one out with a nice pass to Lulz. And like I said, that momentum switch going to be the big thing of this game, and a couple straight goals here for High Voltage. They might be on a little bit of a roll now, 8-4.
Yeah, so 6 minutes left. High Voltage definitely feeling it here in round 2. Much quicker to start. I mean, they've already exceeded their round 1 totals. It was 17-5, and I know we had a server change, but nonetheless, I mean, Barrage was absolutely just putting in a mammoth amount of points, and well, now it's definitely a good second round return, and we could be eyeing that third round that we always love to see.
Yeah. But that pass to Paravallo, going to be trying to go off the backboard, but not going to be able to find it. He's going to be able to get that duck, and that pass right to the back of the goal, down to the very bottom there, and that's going to be finding Copenhagen, who's going to put that one away, getting this game scooched up a little bit closer, 6-8.
All right, so with that, again, chat starting to fill on up over the course of this match. We have a few ones in a row, so this is our first Barrage versus High Voltage. We still have more to come, and hold on, the launch is out here, so I'll get you that schedule shortly. But Lulz is going to eye down this goal. Maybe the defense needs to get back into position, because they all are just frantic and diving out at once. Paravallo trying to defend against it, and it gets stunned, so kind of has to dip below for a headbutt at the same time.
Yeah, and a great offensive play there. We've seen the entirety of High Voltage just nicely spread throughout that bubble, able to get a pass wherever they wanted, and able to find the best option, and that was just stunning out the goalie and going for a dunk, guaranteeing those 2 points. So 10-6 now in the favor of High Voltage.
And Chaos versus Carpet will be next by the by. Also have High Ping versus Baked, potentially coming up if they do wait, should we be late, and that was a lot of unintentional rhyming. But anyways, also on Channel 2, Dimwee has Adrenaline versus Trash Pandas right now, so you got some options.
Yeah, and right now, option for Barrage looking to get that one cleared out, but it's going to be Phoenix who's stopping that, but Scoot around from nowhere going to be able to get that, but Lulz back once again to get that one out. It's going to be Goran trying to get that one out to the middle, but just missing the hands of Fire Ninja, as it's now going to be Scoot trying to get that one cleared out. The boost from Barrage looking to be the first ones there, so now Copenhagen trying to get that one whipped down, but it looks like it's going to be High Voltage back there to recover.
Yeah, and another just narrow overshoot. It's always one of those cases where you overshoot that first time, usually there's not a second open opportunity because that's how fast teams are. So could have been an open goal maybe to bring it within potentially just 1 point on that other end, but instead it's just going to turn around into a high voltage attempt, and indeed there's a dive and goal conceded. Goran Jr. puts him up by 6.
Yeah, and a great pass. Once again, it's almost this game of ping pong that we're seeing right now. Just boost and clear, boost and clear. So all of these races, very, very important. If you're missing out just by almost an inch, you pretty much have to be right on the disc, or else it seems like you're going to pretty much lose out. And the way this game is going, that's seeming to be how you're going to win right now.
Yeah, and Zeus took a sip just for you. Thank you for the redemption on the hydration. Like I said, it's actually for more our benefit than yours, so I don't know why you're paying to maintain our health as casters, but I appreciate it. And as it's going to go to the barrier, Copenhagen, lots of great short-range passing. Look at this, beautiful from the side of Barrage, and look, an homage, I do believe, to the Kangarillas, because that was a master class in passes.
Yeah, I mean, just back and forth. I mean, that was almost a game of hot potato until finally Scoot decided I want to put this one in the goal. So great stuff. And I mean, 2.5 minutes, you're only up by 4 points right now for high voltage. I mean, you got a really, really well game right here as you have that lone booster in Copenhagen, but no one there to recover. It's going to be Copenhagen making this a 2-goal game. So maybe a costly mistake coming out there for high voltage, but great play for Barrage there to catch themselves up.
Great couple plays. I mean, that last passing sequence, the 2 goals ago, that's enough alone to get you feeling good. But yeah, back-to-back goals, they are not going away, no matter how much high voltage is trying to swat them. So with that, it needs to be careful here, because if they turn this over again, this is going to be in huge danger of just a lot of momentum to carry them into the last couple minutes of this round if you're Barrage. So let's see what happens, Caption. It's exciting, though.
Yeah, right now, again, only a 2-goal game with the time winding down just to the very end. It's going to be Fire Ninja who's going to get that one over to Goran. Goran going to go in and get that pass over to Lawls, get that dunk, get those 2 points reclaimed back to a 4-goal game. 4-point game.
Yeah, and very, very timely, especially with 90 seconds remaining here in the second round after that first round win by Barrage just earlier on. Also, orange soda, totally healthy. I mean, it's orange. Oranges are healthy, just like Dr. Pepper. If it was unhealthy, would they call it Doctor? No, I don't think so. So, don't you judge me.
Yeah, but unfortunately, right there for the side of Barrage, just accidentally getting that boost a little too committed and kind of throwing that into the hands, but it could be a nice play here for the side of Barrage. Cyanide, who was sitting in the bubble, but unfortunately just a little bit out of his hands. So now Goran looking to get this one cleared out for high voltage.
All right, less than a minute left as it sails past 2 outreached arms, or I guess 4, that is to say, a couple pairs, as Copenhagen trying to repair the efforts here and maybe make, again, an upset occur in this round. But that said, they need to score rather quickly, and every second wasted like that is going to be costly in those efforts.
Yeah, but it's going to be Paravallo getting this one deep, but Phoenix going to be there to recover it, but that bounce maybe not taking the greatest of bounces for them, but Law's going to be there to recover that one. But right back to the middle is going to be Cyanide, but Fire Ninja once again there to get that one through. Just again, this back and forth gameplay going to end up in the hands of Paravallo, who's going to bring it all the way back down to the other side of this boost going to be coming out, but that is going to be too little too late as it's going to finish 14-12 for high voltage.
Yeah, like I said, those turnovers a little bit costly in the last minute or so action. So with that, 14-12, still super close. I mean, this is a fun match indeed to witness, and happy to say, my first cast of week 2, and we are going to round 3.
Yeah, and that's obviously something you always want to see. It means it's a close game, and right now, seeing who's going to be taking this one away, it's kind of a toss-up. You've seen a very, very strong effort from Barrage in that first round. Now, high voltage definitely turned that one around, a little bit more of a close game. So again, going to this third round, going to really matter. I think it's this boosting. This boosting seems to be what this game is all about right now. Both teams, you see Barrage maybe trying to kind of juggle it around a little bit more, just throw it up and get that boost straight to it. But high voltage taking a little bit more of the clear and boost mentality, it seems. But both teams passing when they want to right now, Palador. Very, very impressive.
Yeah, definitely is. And mind you guys, over in the Twitch chat again, we had a server change between the rounds, so those stats are just from the second round there. But that said, yeah, I don't know what to really expect here. Obviously, pretty dominant in the first round, but then we had a server change. Might have been some ping issues, and fair enough, that was the case. But you know, High Voltage, they came out of the gates pretty hot. Got that first score in round 2, and you know, put on a handful of those first points. But yeah, Barrage, they did not go away. That's the thing. So this really could go either way. I'm not about to make a prediction, except that it's, well, hopefully going to be a good one.
Yeah, and great as we get started, it is going to be ending up in the side of Barrage, but unfortunately there, Scoot had it for a second, but not the next, as he gets it back over here, and he's going to get this one cleared out.
All right, so back into the blue zone. This could open up potentially that first goal, but some overshoots from both sides of the floor, as will be a nice pass to Paravallo, and he's going to dump it in right from below off that kind of hook dunk.
Yeah, unfortunately, you've seen in the corner there, it was Team High Voltage having a little bit of troubles trying to get a stack together, it almost seemed like, to fight for that disc, and it was Cyanide who ended up coming out with that one. I think Paravallo got a stun on that goalie, so an easy dunk coming out for those first 2 points.
All right, Goran Jr., the dip, and trying to get past Copenhagen. Copen just taking a boost, little taxi off of him. So hitting the tunnel, already a stack there, well prepared from Goran, and Fire Ninja needs to be careful though, because Scoot is kind of in the way. But actually, a play maybe about to envelop, as a goal is going to be saved off and staved off there from Pere.
Yeah, and Paravallo, great job getting that save. Really important, I think, at this point, especially in this game. And again, just some great defense. I mean, Paravallo right now with kind of getting all these stops in the back line for his team and getting these boosts up. It's going to be a little bit of a trade, but a great stop coming out from Goran, just denying that from going through as they almost get that clear out. But the recovery from Goran, making sure this time goes all the way down to the other side.
Man, how often do you see a Joker train derailed like that? Well done! The shot bit high, fading below, so kind of had an awkward momentum to that disc, but they'll still get the pass over here. Phoenix crossing it, a slight miscommunication, but still nabbed by Fire Ninja. Fire going to that corner. One more pass, but too low this time. And we're stuck at the 2 points for the moment, 2 minutes into round 3.
Yeah, and that boost getting back down in quite the quick fashion. It's going to be Fire Ninja who gives that one back over to Lawls now, looking just to come up as he tries to get that one crossed out. But again, Geometry going to be in the way a little bit as they get that one over to Scoot. Scoot unfortunately stunned out just for a second too long, as now High Voltage looks to get it cleared.
And clear it is, but again, the catch slightly off once and twice. So is overshooting occurring again, which does happen. You know, you get these spurts and echo every level, any teams. I mean, sometimes it gets frantic and you just gotta, it's always the first team who can kind of take a breather, slow it down, and get a nice concentrated goal. Those are the ones that usually start pulling ahead after the fact. So what happens in these next couple of minutes is going to be pretty important, especially with how low scoring this is thus far.
Yeah, and right now it's going to be High Voltage. First one to get that back, looking at an open goal for a second. And that was a second enough for Goran to take advantage of that. So it's going to be 3-2 right now, going for the side of High Voltage.
All right, and there you have it indeed. 3-2. And, well, we'll see if what I said comes true here. But I expect now that at least both teams have had a chance to breathe, but especially with High Voltage off that shot, that maybe, at least on their side, they're gonna find some calming forces here, as they do in fact cause a turnover. So turnover into the boost, and a slightly awkward bounce will be overtaken at the shoulder and just dinged off the top.
Yeah, and it's going to be in a good spot there for Lawls to recover. Boost quickly on his heels, but able to get that one through. It's going to be Phoenix now getting that one over to Goran. Goran going in, has Lawls right on the rim, and Lawls going to be able to put that one in for another 2 points. So 5-2 now, going into the favor of High Voltage.
Yeah, Goran to Lulz, and Lulz doing a little bit of Tim Hortons. They rolled up that rim. Am I right, Caption?
Not this time of year, Palador. We're getting close.
I know the timing's off, but aren't you proud on the reference?
You know what? I'll give it to you.
Thanks.
Unfortunately, though, the goal not going to be giving that three-pointer over to High Voltage, as we just heard the little bit of the ding going on, but Phoenix able to get that one going back over to Lawls, who's now going to get that one over to Fire Ninja. Fire Ninja, under a little bit of pressure, is going to be able to back that one out to Goran, now looking for a cross pass.
All right, now over to Lulz. Right down below, cutting Goran perhaps is going to actually take it and make it off of that anchor, just tapping off and then rolling it into a couple defenders. Nice little lead here with still 520 though.
I'm going to use my special word I've been using all game.
What's that?
Momentum going for High Voltage right now. That's a lot of straight goals coming out for them. If I had to say it'd be 3 goals. Have I been keeping count?
Let me pull out my calculator. I'll check it later. Anyways, over here, it's Fire Ninja with that disc. Where's Dimmy when you need him? In any case, elementary deer caption.
I can't help it.
Same. But Lulz have it stolen and a brawl out in the midfield over by that rad logo for the meantime. Phoenix finding a bouncer, but again, a bit of a weird roll. They still have Fire Ninja at the nest. Will they go to him? Absolutely not, because Goran had the absolute shot and the pose, hold the pose right after.
Yeah, and again, it's going to be Team High Voltage on a little bit of a roll right now as we're looking at a lot of straight goals. So definitely some nice momentum swinging in their favor, as it's now going to be Barrage looking to change that up a little bit here. Have to find something to switch and to go on here, but it's going to be Goran who's just going to sneak it underneath with the post. Once again, almost seeing like the arch nemesis here this round for Team High Voltage, just really getting the best of them right now.
Ooh, beautiful boost and to the goal, perhaps just knocking it off, however, and they just cannot get it going, it seems like, in this third yet. A rebound, no. Double knockouts coming in now from Scoot, actually, so great brawl defense, but Goran picks it and clears it with no one in the lane.
Yeah, gonna get that one all the way down, but it's gonna be Paravallo right there once again to stop that one from going any further, and he's gonna be able to get that clear off. Just seeing if Barrage will be able to capitalize right now, but that bounce going to be going more in the favor for Lulz as he gets that one cleared out back to the other side into the hands of Goran, who had a wide open goal for a second. Paravallo, a second too long this time.
Ooh, but and then a second later, too strong from Fire Ninja. Suddenly, caption, this is starting to get away from them. High Voltage, credit to them. They didn't let that late game run from Barrage in round 2 creep too much into their thoughts going to the third round, because they've been executing on the whole pretty well here, especially punishing off of some of these clears.
Yeah, and right now, once again, we're going to see Scoot try to get this one all the way down, but it's going to be the side of High Voltage who's able to get that one down, and a nice boost there from Goran, who might have a chance at this goal, but once again, we hear the chance just ding away.
Yeah, and a chance again, however, that's been the story. We just saw that in the last score. So another opportunity, but no, Paravallo continuing to show that strength and the defense inside the goal. But yet again, here comes the return of High Voltage with another attempt and another save with some contempt. Paravallo, how about that?
And back down to the other end, he's going to be going for a shot, but just a little bit off the mark there. And hats off to Paravallo right now as well. I just looked at the stats. That makes it his 9th save. And keep in mind, that's in 2 rounds, but yeah. Goran trying to go down from around half court with Paravallo is not hiding in the goal this time. But the shield. Oof.
Well, better shield himself over here, because Scoot and Copenhagen are pretty nearby. But just the defense was really nice in those last couple stands from Paravallo, but again, not able to get the offense going quite yet, and that's going to be costly because there's only 1 minute and 37 seconds left, so they have to act mighty quickly, and for that matter, that time might already be just about out.
Yeah, 1.5 minutes left. You're looking at a 9-point game right now, so 3 goals definitely possible right now, but I mean, you got to get 3 goals pretty fast. I mean, you got at least 45 seconds of downtime, so that's a hard one.
Yeah, it would be if it happens. You know, one of these days it definitely will, but it's going to be an uphill battle as Goran, maybe some ice, and doing it in a way that is, well, not too nice. That's cold for Christmas, late Christmas, going Goran's way.
And unfortunately, Palador, the mathematical time has now run out.
Yes, indeed. So with a 13-2 victory, maybe more points yet to come, but at least 13-2 thus far. I mean, like I said, very, very close games. especially that second round and server switch and what have you. But this third one, once they did calm it down after those first few minutes, they just kept it going for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, still around 30 seconds left of Echo Arena to play right now. It's going to be Scoot who's going to get that one over to Copenhagen, and he's going to be putting that one in for another 2 points. So 13-4, probably looking like your final score going in for this game. And it seems like that's the way it's going to go unless we're going to see a cheeky own goal.
Yeah, maybe. Well, we'll see. I would doubt it, but we'll see. In any case, that was indeed the round, and there it is, a headbutt attempt off the Joust. So 3 rounds, and kind of a runaway train for High Voltage, in their favor, that is, in this last round. As we do go to the stat screen here, again, keeping in mind that it was a 2-round victory, or a 2-round stats is what I mean to say. But yeah, here we go. We do have actually another game coming up rather quickly as well, so we won't dally too long, but if you want to read a couple of those stats while I settle my self-caption, you are welcome to.
I mean, ooh, where are they? Oh, they're right in front of me. Hey, Palador, I figured it out.
Nice.
Goran, at the end of this, 11 points. A lot of shots, though, coming out for him. Again, we were mentioning a little unlucky there every now and then for himself. 12 shots in total, but of course, if I'm reading stats, I cannot forget about Paravallo with 10 saves in 2 games. Keep in mind, I can't remember how many saves he had in the first round.
Right.
There's definitely some nice. I want to say there's maybe 13 or 14 saves throughout this game that he definitely had. So big hats off to the defense there for Barrage, and big hats off to Paravallo.
Yeah, that's a pretty nutty stat line there for sure. And not often you see double-digit saves ever, really. So impressive in its own right. Had a few nice ones, pretty head-on with a lot of defense around him, but wasn't quite enough to overcome the endless attempts, it seemed like, especially in that third round where they just kept it going for High Voltage. Every time the disc was knocked out or saved, I mean, they'd pick it apart. They'd pick it right back up. When it was cleared, same kind of thing. They were on the disc first and punishing off of that. So still impressive from Barrage. I think definitely opened the eyes of some people, perhaps watching here and who voted on the Connoisseur, not thinking it was going to be that close. I saw some of the comments, but definitely do not doubt this team because they were impressive last season, these players. And, well, on both sides, they were definitely super impressive here today. So with that, we do have our next match coming up rather quickly. I don't actually have an invite yet, but I did see one of the members of said teams were streaming in there, so I assume it's coming soon. We have coming up next, Chaos and Carbon, maybe, unless they didn't wait. Otherwise, we'll have 15 minutes from now, High Pig and Baked. So one of those 2 matches you got coming up next. But I'm going to go figure that out. Caption, thanks for joining me, and yeah, we'll be going to a brief intermission. So stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome back to VR Master League Channel 1. After that brief intermission, we're coming back at you with your second of probably 3 matches. Again, running a tad behind, so kind of up in the air about the next match. But with that said, we got this one, Chaos and Carbon. You got me, Palador, on the cast alongside Pamwow this time. So hello to Pamwow. Thanks, Caption, for joining us that last one. And here we go. How's it going?
I'm going great and going very excited. That last game was definitely quite interesting to see. It was heavily based on momentum, which was definitely interesting to take there, especially heading into a new game. It's just great to take all these new type of game styles, these new type of gameplay heading into new games. So with that said, Filibust now with the disc heading his way, getting intercepted there by DJ Echo, followed by a stun and a clear through that right tunnel. But yeah, I've never seen games just heavily based on momentum like we were seeing in that previous game.
Ooh, but losing some immediate momentum just off a crash, if nothing else, looks like Chaos have something going on there on the internet connections of one of these players. As Egret actually joining right back. So with that, never mind. It's back to the mid line and all the stacks unfolding, but 4 players being the lone survivors at the mid lane as they do take it back for Carbon.
Yep, Chaos doing very well to buy some time before their teammate was able to recover there. And now DJ Echo with the disc, sending it over to that left side. Big Bot now does have some pressure on him. Good reset over there to Duke. Duke on the double diamond now. And taking the time there to set his team up there. Went for the pass off the left, a bit of an awkward bounce there. Might still work out in the end. 2 players to the 1 there. From Carbon to Chaos, and it will be Big Bot in the end, finding that stun, finding the disc, looking for the shot, tinging right off the left side of the post there. Now the recovery there from DJ Echo under the shield, going over, getting stunned out in the end, and Dado McFabulous with a fabulous clear through that midsection.
Yeah, it looks like a little bit of struggle trying to maneuver around that barrier. No struggle from the Filibust shot. Definitely busting this game wide open with its first score from 3, and that's a beautiful hit, 20 meters deep.
Yeah, great follow-up there from Chaos. After that clear there coming from Dano McFabulous. Filibust doing just that to the game, and 3 points to their name. Chaos taking it away within the first 2 minutes of the game. Carbon now with the joust advantage. Big Bot sending it through that left tunnel to his teammate DJ Echo on the floor. Trying to break some music there to Ant Gas. Ooh. I thought I'd read that name wrong for a second as DJ Echo places that disc in for 2 points.
Yeah, like I said, ooh, and I just couldn't help but echo myself because DJ Echo, let's go. That was a slick move. It just came out of that with a duck, and then on the way back up, had the nice placement right at the bottom. So a couple nice moves to get them their first 2 points, and now Katie rolling it out to the tunnel where it will be sent all the way, cross zipper to Egrets, but tough hit with the reverse momentum, so couldn't really get a lot of power behind the throw.
Yeah, definitely lose a lot of power, especially heading the opposite direction of where you're intending to shoot. So that's something you have to consider. But the intercept there from Ant, completely destroying that attack coming from Chaos. And now the follow-up, potentially, regrabs aren't going to be on disc immediately, allowing Dano McFabulous to find an attempted reset, bouncing off, finding yet another slap there. Carbon, it will be Duke trying to find that disc, find some pressure off Filibust, but good passing there coming from Chaos, and good clears there coming from Chaos. And now the follow-up of the regrabs from the left side. It's definitely a game of regrabs. I feel like the follow-ups definitely are there coming from both teams, but it's just a slight overshot, slight undershots, and just not finding that disc immediately, unlike Arcady who found the stun, but the save from Duke, and Duke finding a great clear through that right side.
And Duke just reminding me of last week where he had a lot of those, so much so that just said he was a Duke of his own bubble, and indeed going for another shot. However, Arcady, beautiful hit, and that was going to be a tough save, even for the likes of a Duke.
And we could see in the chat, Wolverine Pamwell, oh yeah. Wolverine, oh yeah. We also got some people, Boss Punch. That was a boss shot there from Arcady as well. A stream point option to where someone has 100k. Yeah, look, we could look into that, how I'm not sure. I mean, I've been saving up some points, could look into it, save it for the finals, you never know, but as I say, that DJ Echo with the disc, resetting it over there to Duke. And Duke looking at Duke, sending it over there to Ant. Ant now crawling on the floor. Like the Ant. I'm not good with puns. Sending it over there to Duke. Duke now making his way from the floor, and a great shot from outside the bubble. 3 points, evening up the scores 5-5.
All right, Antgas to Duke, and yeah, exactly, a tied up here. I saw lulls in the chat talking about the new stream elements, and yeah, so you might see those from time to time as I actually distract myself from showing you them by talking, so that's me and my multitasking. In any case, yeah, during instant replays, you'll see that stuff there. The sticker redemptions, you'll see a notification on the bottom right corner, and they'll appear in the little chat window when you do the instant replays, usually. Anyway. Like I said, trying to update the stream a little bit, but also find tasteful ways to do it so it's not annoying and intrusive or loud or anything like that. But, you know, people were asking for new stuff, so I bring you new stuff! And Antgas trying to do, well, some of the same stuff as last time, that is to say, score twice in a row with the passing plays, some nice execution on the triangle! And how about that? That was perfect.
Those pass plays, always great to see, and also great to see everybody in the chat there. Princess, is that Pam and Pally? Yes, that is Palador on the cast, and myself, Monsieur Dimwit. No, Pamwell. And now heading into the 6th minute of the game, 5-7, only a 2-point lead here for Team Carbon, and now Chaos looking to return with that joust advantage, taking it over to the trench, and the shot! That was a brilliant shot there from Egret. Didn't have much time to actually wind it up and just sent it in, finding that 1-point lead now for Team Chaos.
Yeah, how about that? That was crazy on the timing. Didn't really have much time to spare, as you mentioned, but got it through beautifully, for sure. So, it's tight game. I mean, 4 minutes left, a little bit under, and it's just a 1-point advantage.
And now Big Bot with the joust advantage looking to return here. Does have some teams setting up towards that midsection there. Off the bow tie will be DJ Echo. Does have a teammate on the right. He will be going over to Pac-Man. Slap, reset to Double Diamond, and I'm liking this play coming from Carbon. Time is still basically working for both teams here. I feel like you can definitely take the time to set up some plays here, especially if you want to take a strong lead and bouncing off. But Duke recollecting it and placing it in those goals there.
Ooh, that was tough. A ding into the direct rebound, and looked like just about a save from Akadi, but did not get the luck of the draw in that case. So we'll be 1 point back up now for Carbon.
Yeah, and even taking a look at the history of these two teams, both playing reasonably well against their previous opponents. I mean, Chaos doing well against Protostar and Flatliners, and now Chaos looking to show just that as the save coming from Carbon, and what a great save that was, and sending it through that right tunnel. But Chaos collecting that disc yet again and looking to attack yet again. 2 minutes 40 on the clock. It will be Egret. No regrets sending it down to Arcady. Akady. And Akady stealing the disc yet again from the goalie's hands and placing it inside the goals.
I love that, if nothing else, just because it's almost a dose of the medicine that Akady was forced into the last time around, where it was a ding into a rebound into a dunk. This time, Akady being the one to do it to the other team. So I guess a little bit of karma going back the way.
And now Carbon looking to provide that karma right back to them. I'm not sure if that's how karma works, but it's what they're trying to do. And it will be Carbon with the possession of the disc. 2 minutes on the clock, 9-10. Only 1 point separating these two teams here. Antgas sending it through that left tunnel. Didn't quite find the player, but can they follow up on it? The regrab certainly will be on their way from both teams here. It will be Chaos in the end. Dynamic Fabulous doing it and sending it through that midsection there. Grabbing the disc, I should have said there. And now Duke recollecting that disc, and 1 minute 40. They definitely want to hold on to this possession, especially in these circumstances. But Dano grabbing that disc and making use of it, taking a step back. And this is what you have to be considerate of, especially when you're on the opposing team being a point down. Dano sending it over to Phil. Phil off the Pac-Man. Good pass there over to the right section. And as well as that, a slow pass, draining as much time as possible. The slap defense coming there from Carbon, and Big Bot needs to find a decent clear there, getting stunned out. It will be Arcady with the disc. His teammates making their way to the goals. The pressure is there. Dano off the shield, getting blocked out there from the goals. I believe it was a bounce underneath, and now the recollection from Carbon. If they can follow up here, this will certainly be a great follow-up indeed. I believe an unfortunate undershot of the follow-up, but the slam dunk is there from DJ.
Yeah, DJ Echo, timely as ever, putting it in for the 1 point advantage, and it's now for the last several goals, Pam, it's just been trading 1 for 1, essentially. 1 point advantage for 1 point advantage. This is close and tough for Carbon because they have to defend for 30 seconds here, and not concede one more. That could very likely and probably be the game. That said, it's Antgas a turnover, so now they can ice it if they get one more goal or just maintain control for that matter.
I mean, one last Hail Mary here might be able to help Chaos out. They do have one opportunity here. 15 seconds left on the clock. It will be Egret. Is aware that he is in the green. Might go for a shot here off Pac-Man. The regrabs are there. Trying to time it, but the save coming there from Carbon. The recollection from Phil. 5 seconds left on the clock. The disc being led astray, and DJ Echo sealing off the first round with that final clear. 11-10, heading to Carbon.
I'm sorry, I really gotta stop yelling when that happens, but oh my gosh, Pam! That is the second time the last few days we've had a huge game-saving save in the final seconds. It happened in OCE a few nights ago, and now it just happened here. Carbon and Duke, the man, the myth, the Duke. Soon to be king, I think, after that.
These saves are just, they're becoming too much for me, Palador. My heart can't take it at this point. Such a close game here coming from both these teams, Chaos and Carbon. Carbon obviously doing well within that first round, taking it away, and now looking to save the day with this second round and taking the lead potentially. But, you know, we always talked about how momentum is a huge thing, and with that last game that we saw with a high voltage, they definitely proved how momentum can carry out between rounds, and how it can almost reset between rounds. So you never know what's going to be happening with these two teams. You never know if Chaos will just turn around in this second round and just give Carbon a dose of their own medicine there, as Palador mentioned earlier. So with that said, just taking a look at the chat, and yeah, it is a great game, Gold Goblin.
Yes, it is. Wow, fun to watch. Chaos. Ooh, that one has to hurt just a little bit. Felt like they had it, but Duke said absolutely not. Chaos coming in here after a successful first week. You can see that 2-0 record. Both those matches did happen to be streamed, and will be, yeah, just right back to the next round, where they're going to have to hopefully calm down and just not worry about that last play there for Chaos.
Yep, it's all about that mental reset heading into that new round. And now Dano with the disc, looking to do just that, sending it over to Egret. Egret's crossing it over back to Arcade, and Arcade looking for the shot, dinging right off the left side of the post. The recollection there from Egret, sending it in for 2 points, opening up this second round.
Very nice start. Not the most calm one, got a little frantic there, but they still got the rebound. That's important. They got the rebound, they found the right pass. Egret able to hit another one of those soft shots there from the top this time, and just no one in the way to save it in time. So, yeah, back to Duke as they roll out, just evading that stack, and here we go.
Yep, and Egret, he has a few points there for his team, that is, and sending it through that midsection. It will be Carbon collecting that disc, but unfortunately the bounce not going to work for them. It will be Egret yet again with the disc, and does have a teammate on that left section there. Might go for a cross, but also does have Dano making his way, creeping his way towards that right section there. Might go for, but there is pressure coming from Carbon here, which is definitely great to see coming from these teams here. But the pass to AKD, Akadai, putting those 2 points in.
AKA, well, what a play. Dano to Katie, been a duo here for the last at least 7 months or so, I believe, coming into the Chaos team back in Season 2 at the very beginning, I want to say. Chaos, one of those teams who's been around since the preseason one, but they have seen an awful lot of roster changes in that time. But as ever, always, every season, they're still showing some great promise. And I'm hoping, for a lot of success for them for sure. But Carbon here trying just the same. Another returning team. By name, I know the roster's a little bit different overall outside of Big Bot. But still, familiar players, and always can't help but cheer on a little bit of everyone.
Yep. And now Chaos with the disc have the 4-point lead, 7 minutes 40 on the clock here. Looking for that pass in the midsection, finding Phil. Phil passing it over there to Egret, and Egret does have some players moving down towards the bubble, but the interception there from Ant, great interception there, sending it through the midsection. But will the clear work for them? It is going back into the hands of Chaos. Now Egret with the disc off the roof, does have a player on shield. The stuns are coming in here from Carbon though, and the pressure certainly is there, passing it down to Arcade, and Duke with yet another great save there, sending it through the right tunnel.
Oof, Duke is a menace. Anytime the offenses are going in, they're gonna really start needing to think about every bit of placement and every shot they take, because otherwise, there they go again and again. And see, they did think about their placement, and they just couldn't make it. But they were definitely trying to maneuver around Duke there.
You know what, Palador? Some call it a fluke. I call it the Duke as they send it through that left tunnel, and now the follow-up of the regrabs. Phil trying to bust that disc right out, but Duke yet again feeding it to his team, and DJ Echo. That was obscene, 4-2.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Duke with some defense, and then even some Jedi mind trick defense on the other end. You see, he got the save, and then the next two plays were dings. But why? Because Chaos was trying to hit it at the very corners, the pockets of the goal. Tried for the feet, ding. Tried for the top. The tip top, of the arms. Same result. And that is what a great goalie will do, as they do get the 2 for Egret. And there you go. They're up by 4 off of that.
That's a good show of respect, though. You want to aiming for that lower pocket of the goals. You know that the goalkeeper is definitely capable of deflecting any disc that gets in their way. So trying to send it into that very low pocket, and even the very tip of the goals there. Definitely a sign of respect coming there from Chaos, respecting the goalkeeper, but Antgas not respecting that empty goal there, just sending it right in, and 5-6 now, a similar situation to the first round, only a 1 point difference coming between these two teams. Billy said 4 point, math checks out.
I'm not sure I believe you, but anyway, 1 point lead here, and just tough for Chaos to give up there, because playing so well to start this round, but conceding a goal like that, it can really deflate you after that. An open goal, and it hurts. To answer a quick question as well to Helm, maybe I'll have some time in a second here, because Egret has a disc and maybe looking to score.
Yep, and the pressure on the Duke from Dano, and Dano taking advantage of that. Great play from those two players there. Dano did well to stun the goalkeeper and make himself available, then proceeding to finish on those goals there. 8-5, a 3-point lead now for Chaos. And Pally had a question in the chat.
Yeah, so Helm was asking about the front row fans there. Just if you hover over your video player, you can access that Twitch extension there. I believe it's like 100 bits or so, but basically just a leaderboard of sorts to show people who are supporting. And yeah, just implemented that tonight, but since people were already donating bits a ton anyways, and that was without any rewards, felt like, hey, why don't we just put stuff in there that people can actually get visibility for? So yeah, if you get that slot, I believe it's good. I believe it's good for 30 days. Don't quote me on that, but in any case, yeah, and then you can access some emotes and things like that to wave at the stream or cheer when you activate the replays. That's about it.
Yeah, I mean, and as well as just supporting everyone that puts a lot of work into everything going on in this scene here, on the Echo scene. So really appreciate all the bits, all the cheers, all the donos, everything in general. Even just chilling and chatting in the chat, watching along.
Oh yeah.
Appreciate everyone for stopping by.
Oh yeah, believe me, that's the most important part. Whether you donate or gift subs or things like that, really just being here chatting and watching these players, that's what's important to everyone, especially these players, as they love to show off those moves. There's DJ Echo, who, might I say, has really been lighting that goal up a lot in this game so far.
Just dancing around that shield there. DJ, I think I can understand the name now, as Chaos with the just advantage, still have that 1 point lead, 3 minutes 15 on the clock there. And did someone say give subs from Smooth Ryden? Smooth, you've done quite a lot, and really appreciate it as well. I didn't say nothing. Anyway, the disc getting cleared there through the left side. Both teams struggling for it. The stuns coming from Carbon in the end, sending it through that left side. Arcady. I'm always going to say Arcadium because I always think of Arcadium. Anyway,
yeah.
That disc sending it through the mid detection. Big bot now with the disc and sending it through that right area to Ant. Ant now with a potential shot on goal. Has some pressure making their way, but a brilliant pass there to Big Bot. That angle would have been so difficult to pull off, but they did it. Carbon taking the lead.
Very nice, very nice. Smooth right, and too nice as well with the 2 tier 1 subs, the 1-2 punch, I guess you could call it. Thank you for that, as the goal gets punched through. And 1 point lead now for Carbon. This is looking very, very similar now to the latter portions of the first round, Pam.
Yeah, I tempted you there, Smooth. Sorry, I'm sorry, but he did take the first place though, so that might be what matters here. But you know what else matters? Chaos looking to return here with 2 minutes on the clock. Duke taking a hold of that disc, clearing it to that right area there to his teammate Ant. Now Ant off the Pac-Man. They do have the 1 point lead, so they do have the ability to take it slow, but they're not interested in that. They're interested in taking a huge 3 point lead, which can definitely come in handy in these situations. A just advantage heading over to Chaos now.
All right, and with that as well, saw CVRE once again in the chat there asking a minute ago, just I thought they were asking, are we gonna see a Zuck appearance? No, you meant Mizuchi. Makes more sense, although I do have to ask, why not both?
Hold on, I'm calling Facebook. Anyway, a play there coming from Chaos. The bounce just making its way directly back to them now. Akadi with the disc has a player behind the goals. The backboard shot was there. The steal from Phil.
Boy.
The Duke definitely did have the save there off the backboard, and a great save it was. But Phil doing well to steal it right out from the hands and placing it for some points there. And still a 1 point lead here for Carbon, similar to the first round here.
Well, definitely going to be putting up his dukes after that. Not feeling good about the steal, but still, nice defense initially, but better offense coming in from Chaos to make it, once again, a very, very close game. Quick shout out to DocsFox TV for joining the front row there. Appreciate that very much, and well, welcome to the front. Best seats in the house, at least next to the casters. But that said, Big Bot. That's an important shot because they're back up by 3, and this is going to force Chaos into a emergency situation with not a lot of time to spare.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you definitely bought the tickets to the right game here tonight. Such a close one indeed. Chaos and Carbon. But with a just advantage and 10 seconds left on the clock, a Hail Mary might be able to do it for them through that left tunnel. Chaos, if they can follow up here, 5 seconds. But Antgas just doing well to shut it down and take away the second round. Take away the game, Carbon to Chaos.
Oh, big win. Pulled through in crunch time, and man, oh man, that was so close in both of those rounds, Pam. Nearly had that round 3. I mean, both times in these rounds, it was just a trade-off of these really narrow leads, especially in the latter portions of it. And great round from both teams, but it will indeed be the first loss of the season now for Chaos.
Such a close game in general as well. Yeah, definitely. Huge props to all players of this game, definitely doing well here, and huge props to everyone in the chat as well. Great match coming from Oathfire. Yeah, well fought game from Abchu, definitely was, and it was great to see. And just also taking a look at the match statis here. Chaos, Arcady with those 6 points. Arcady, I'm always going to say that. It's never going to not happen.
Well, don't look now because Docs just matched those 6 points with 6 tier 1 subs. Ooh. Docs, the madman, thank you so much for that. That is amazing. Appreciate you very much for the subs and for joining the front row as well. So, yeah, too nice. Too nice from all of you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate everyone in the chat stopping by, and really appreciate that from DocsFox TV. And, heading back to the statis, we got Egret with 7 points and Phil finding 5 of those, and great passing as well coming from all these teams. Just taking a look at the assists as well coming throughout all the players here. I mean, it's definitely great to see that these teams are definitely utilizing all their teammates, which is essentially like one of the main elements of this game. So yeah, great to see coming across the board from both teams here. Even taking a look at Carbon here, Big Bot and DJ rocking those double 8s there. Duke 5 of those, and Ant's got 3 assists all around the board there, as well as saves. Duke's finding 7 of them, and some great saves they were. Duke definitely coming in clutch there. And yeah, what a game in general. Carbon doing well to take it away.
Yeah, super fun. And I see Smooth right in there saying you gotta go, but not before I say it. I know exactly what you mean. Smooth Writing, Smooth Writed, has now overtaken the #1 slot of gifted subs over Gilligan on the month.
Well, that's not exactly what he wanted to say. He wanted to say it a bit more out of context so I can clip it.
Oh. Smooth Writing is #1. Oh, now you got in the way, Pam. Stop. I gotta do it one more time now. Well, no, I'm not gonna say that now. That's just mean. Here. Silence. Smooth Writing is number 1. All right, there you go. I gave him 3 different clips. All right, that said,
What more could you
guys,
ask?
we do actually have the third match of this stream coming up right next, and I am, in fact, already in it. You can probably hear those guys in the background talking. So with that, briefest of intermissions, be back in like a minute or two for the next. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back after that quick intermission. And I did indeed hydrate. Thank you, Proton, for the redemption on that, keeping me in check. Yeah, back on this cast, we've got High Ping. Not us, personally, but in the arena, there's High Ping, and we've got Baked making a return to the streams early this week. And yeah, on the casting, you got Palador, that's me. You got PamWow, that's him, and PamWow. Thanks for joining me once again for the second game of yours tonight. And some exciting ones for sure. That last one so close to the third round. The first game earlier on, Caption joined me for that one. It was a third round. And I'm hoping for more of that here tonight to start week 2 off right.
Yeah, I mean, from watching the casting those 2 previous games, great to see, and definitely got the old heartbeat pumping. And now heading into this game with High Ping and Baked, and should be if anything's been proven for this from this day, should be a good one. I mean, I'm definitely feeling a bit of adrenaline already running in as I see these 2 teams begin to ready up and just sort themselves out here for a few brief moments. But yeah, also huge thanks everyone in the chat for stopping by, and a lot of gifts and everything heading their way into the chat earlier. So huge shout out again, for everyone.
Yeah,
in the chat.
Big appreciation, absolutely. Guys are amazing with the support last week, this week, and the last 13 months that we've been here. Actually extended now, I think 14 or 15 months. Yeah, no, October 2019 first got started with VRML. Pre-season 1 started then in November, and just been rolling through ever since. Just picking up all kinds of support and steam, both from production to the creation to the moderation, of course. And then the teams, everything's blowing up here. And it's not a surprise in terms of Echo Arena blowing up, and VRML, happy to grow alongside with it to support all these players, just like you guys in the chat, coming in here to support them and the casting team. So that said, round 1, ready to go. Thank you to CVRE for stopping by the way, is heading out now, and appreciate that, as well as Abchu for the kind words, and Furcar, welcome to it. Let's go.
And yeah, a great start there from High Ping finding that headbutt there. Not going to work out for them, however, but a good reset there coming from Team Baked. And now Cameron taking that disc and taking the time, sending it through that right side there to Prime. And Prime crossing it over to the left. Not going to find the teammate immediately. And there will be a few awkward bounces. The follow-up there from High Ping taking advantage of that disc that had been led astray. The regrabs were there. And the clear is now underway, but it's making its way back into the hands of High Ping, and now Short Luke did get stunned out. However, off the roof, it will be Renex taking a clear through that midsection. A few awkward bounces within the early stages of this game, and the steal coming there from Average Toast, showing not to be just your average player there. And now Average taking that disc and might go for a cross here through to the left. Does have players setting up all around the bubble there, and Bake doing well to cover that right shoulder there, as well as kind of taking that turtle formation inside the bubble there, shielding any disc that might make its way in. But the infiltration there from Short Luke with the Dusty and the follow-up.
Oh, that was nasty. Right through the gates of the defense. They tried to kind of close it in. You see there, this pass works it through 2 defenders. Almost a successful defensive stand, but yeah, that Dusty, those ones will definitely hurt, and leaving their mark now on the goal for the 2 points, just a minute and a half into the game.
And nothing short of brutal there from Short Luke, as Renex went for that play through the right tunnel, getting stolen and stunned. Average Toast now with the disc, looking to put a few more behind those goals there. Has his teammate Short Luke on the left there, and I'm liking this play style coming from High Ping, taking their time, almost as if they do have High Ping. They don't want to rush anything, don't want to lose possession here in any circumstance, and sending it to the left side of Pac-Man. Short Luke finding the pass, not entirely, but the recollection there from Average, getting saved and sent out through that mid area, and now the regrab follow-up potentially.
It might have been Prime. I believe it was Morto. Some good defense. Saw that earlier last week too, over the weekend on the stream. So playing some very, very nice D, but see if they can get the O going. That is to say, get that offense with the passes here just past the bow. But it's Cameron with the disc back, and they'll reset it out, trying to kind of play it patiently here, much like the side of High Ping were. But losing it and grabbing it, there's Average Toast, Zenny, Short Luke, everyone contesting on the bottom of the floor, a million stuns, and now a clear that bounces all over the place at midline, just awaiting the return of one of these chains, and it will actually be Luke first.
Yeah, clean up on Nile High Ping. I feel like there was like a mosh pit over there for a second. No members able to grab that disc until a clear made its way, and now the regrabs on their way to that disc in the orange section there, looking for a clear. The pressure making its way there from Baked and forcing a clear back into their hands, but the steal there from Average, and Average has found quite a few of those. The stuns, the steals from both teams coming here, the regrab follow-up, the steal yet again, the stun. What is going on here? High Ping putting up a fight and sending it through that left side. Will the follow-up be there? It will be Baked in the end, finding that possession, and a deep sigh of relief coming from Team Baked.
You know what that was? That was High Ping Pong, just on the possessions everywhere, as it will be Cameron finally taking it back. But based off what we just saw, maybe for not too long. I mean, definitely one of these teams needs to slow it down, much like that game we saw just last time around with Chaos and Carbon. Even the one before that, it's just, like I said, this happens at every level to every match. Sometimes it gets a little crazy, but then it's just up to the first team who gets a little bit of control and is able to breathe, and they're usually the ones who find the momentum if they're able to do that.
Yep, and Mort did well to disable those regrabs coming in from High Ping, but we're able to find the disc in the end. So now Short Luke sending over to the right, but the stun, great pressure there coming from Baked, intercepting that with that punch, and now looking to follow up on this clear through the midsection, just avoiding High Ping's player there, and now looking to follow up, but the regrabs overshot there from High Ping, so now Baked looking to take advantage with a dropout coming from High Ping, and the shot from Renex on the one-on-one situation. And now High Ping looking to quickly recover that character with this short amount of time that they do have. But they will take the pause.
Yeah, looks like it. So wise move there, taking their tech timeout to try and return to a full 4 on their roster. But yeah, halfway through the round, rather low scoring. A lot of, again, the ping pong plays and an awful lot of steals and stuns that was occurring there in the midfield. But ultimately, just producing 4 combined points thus far.
And yeah, I mean, great plays coming across the board here, and just waiting on this dropout here from High Ping. But go Joker. Oh wait, Wrong game. Coming there from Porn Stream. Yeah, I mean, I think Joker's on VRML too. You should go check it out. That's a joke. Anyway, stay here. I love you. No, maybe. Hyping and Baked putting up a fight for each other. 5 minutes 30 on the clock, and now waiting. The disconnected player probably had some hyping or something. Someone had to say it.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, so awaiting the return hopefully soon. And hope it's nothing too disruptive here towards the efforts of high ping, because we definitely know when we get these timeouts, sometimes they can kind of result in a little bit of ice one way or the other. Honestly, to either team, it just kind of depends who has momentum at the time, but because neither of these teams do, this could just be tough on both of their rhythms, honestly. As Wonder redeems a hydration. I just did, but you know, I will do it again. And yeah, good evening to you, and welcome to the stream. Of course, Wonder, one of our casters here, and a cameraman, who I believe got some in earlier today as well, so thank you for that, and thank you for the order to drink.
And with that, they Hyping have found their player now, and the clock will begin to run. So 5 minutes 30 on the clock, and something I wanted to also note and just talk about for a bit here is that something that I'm noticing is that Hyping and Baked are both reasonably good at regrabbing to their bubbles and playing that defensive stance, but it's a bit uncommon to see how there isn't that much pressure coming onto the attacking side. I feel like the attacking side just has a lot of space to breathe, and Cameron taking the breath right out of me. What a shot there.
Yeah, what a hit. 45 meters deep. It was a slow one, but all the stacks were delayed and broken at the back line, so instead that's a back-breaking shot from that three-point line, putting him up by 3. Great hit. And now, maybe some rhythm going in the favor of Baked just off of that.
And looking to take advantage of this just advantage here, Zenny resetting it back to his teammate there. Short Luke getting a short pass to the nest, looking for the overhand backboard shot, not going to quite find it. Average nearly finding that backboard shot there. The recovery there coming from Zenny. And now Short Luke off the shield, finding those 2 points. Now a 1 point lead here for Baked.
All right, so back at them. Credit to Short Luke and assist to Brandon, because could have gotten discouraged after that the mid-court fling, that bounce shot, but nope, just came right back at them and executed well for the 1 point, or to cut it to a 1 point disadvantage. So not too shabby at all. As rolling out is Renex, trying to evade the stack, who just kind of baits it with some crawls before they crawl all the way to the other side of the floor, and there's a turnover. Nicely done.
Yeah, great reset there coming from Hyping, taking the time here. Do you have a 3-stack coming here from Baked and just generating all that pressure? And with that amount of pressure, you can definitely force some clears to work for you. Unlike that pass, just making its way into the hands of Hyping now, and Short Luke looking for the clear. Prime taking his hands on that disc there and passing it towards Renex. Renex to the left. It will be Cameron off the bottom section. Does have players on shield. Finds the right pass. A 2-on-1 situation in the goalie section there. And Prime taking those points there. 7-4 going to Baked.
And see Goblin in the chat asking what's the front row fan that you see in the replays. Just a bits leaderboard of sorts. It's not the collective bits. It's just an extension on Twitch there. So think if donate 100 bits or so, you get to have your name nice and prominent there in the front row for a time. How much time? I believe 30, but like I said, don't quote me on that, because I just put that in right before the stream started. But that said, getting started here once more, trying to get some offense going, but a lot of clutter and some more ping-ponging for just a bit.
And also, as well as joining the front row seats, you also do provide us a lot of support here for, oh my lord, and some support coming there from Hyping with that save, nailing it on the backboard there and sending out through that midsection. But yeah, just maybe I need to write a copy pasta of the definition of the of that bot plugin that we've got here for front row, because I feel like we're going to get that question a lot.
Yeah, probably, but you know, maybe do a pre-recorded thing. Either or, though. Renex here gets the goal, 9-4. That was a rather bold shot, but just squeezed it by. Nice job on behalf of Baked, because they're up by at least a couple goals and less than 2 minutes to spare in this first round.
And now, still doable here, only 5 points needed. So, with that, high ping, now with possession, sending it through that left side, it will be short Luke. And the follow-up was potentially on its way there from high ping, but unfortunately a bit of an awkward regrab there. But they will find the recovery. Average Toast he did take advantage of that clear there, and I feel like this is something that we're seeing without this whole game, just pressure forcing these clears coming from both sides, and just both teams trying to take advantage of that, as we see Short Luke now crossing it over to Nesty. Will be Average getting stunned, getting stolen, and now the clear here through the midsection, and the regrab certainly will be coming on their way from Baked. If they can find these points, they might just seal away the round with that slam dunk.
Sure will. So back to back for Renex, and they are running it here with that lead late, 11-4, less than a minute left, and high ping. I think for the next round, I mean for this next joust, sure, but also the next round, just need to find some way to address some of that defense we're seeing from Baked. Baked is definitely giving teams problems on that end. You know, just anytime they approach the goal, it just seems like there's a successful dive coming out from Baked and able to really contest a lot of these passes pretty well.
Yep, and although their time is running out here, high ping, we did talk a lot about momentum earlier, and you can definitely carry that type of momentum in between rounds, so that might help them out here, those 2 points. You never want to underestimate it heading into this second round with only a few seconds remaining on the clock there. Baked taking away the first round, 11-6. And yeah, I mean, I'm loving the pressure coming from both teams here, but Baked just doing very well within this first round. Great executions, great passing, and yeah, what a game so far.
Yeah, so we'll go to the score screen here in just a second. I'll get those scores in for you guys. And Goblin in the chat saying, GG's, way to fight till the end. Absolutely, you can't give it up, because every point, even in a loss, matters, not only in terms of the game you're currently playing, but even in the overall the rankings over the span of a season. Now, granted, only a small amount, but still, point differential does matter, and you know, it could make the difference between being, you know, one rank or the other.
And yeah, huge again. Thanks for Aaron in the chat stopping by. GG's coming across, and yeah, still gonna be heading into this second round here, and good to see that no more ping related issues coming in here from Team High Ping. No more issues there. So looking for a calm and clean second round. But what am I saying? Calm and clean. It's going to, based on what we've seen in the first round, it's going to be rough and dirty. I mean, like, look at all these steals, all these stuns, all these just aggressive plays going from both teams here. They're not looking to give up the game so easily, as just like ping pong, like you said earlier, just back after back, just constantly fighting each other for that disc, and it's great to see.
Oh yeah. And with that, 1 minute to cool down for those players, and now right back in it with the second round about to start once more. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Palador, I'm Pam Wow. By my side here, we had Caption for the first match of this stream, joining us for the cast, and also want to make a quick thanks to our sponsors in HyperX, Asterion Products, ProTube VR, VR Cover, Rebuff Reality, Fixed Gaming, and VRware.net. And let's get into this round with Renex, the disc.
Yeah, we weren't able to hear those in the manly voice because we did have to cut to this match relatively quickly. But don't worry, you will hear it soon.
Did you just call my voice not manly?
No. Anyway, the clear coming there from High Ping, and they're looking to follow up here. And Baked now taking their hands. You have a manly voice, Palador. I'm joking. Don't feel pressured. Baked now looking to follow up. The regrabs coming in here from Baked, setting up Cameron off the left side of the bubble, and the pass to Mort, and Mort placing it in the goals there. Palador, what do you think about that with your so manly voice?
Well, Mort just boomed it in. A fantastic assist from Cameron, and they're gonna capture those first 2 points of round 2.
What have I done? Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit the on.
Who's that? I went to go take a drink, and then there was someone in my seat casting. In any case, Short Luke has a disc now.
Quickly spam hydrate. Everybody in the chat, High Ping will be taking their hands. We'll be taking that disc there, getting their hands on it. Short Luke now resetting it over to Double Diamond to Brandon. Brandon off the chandelier, looking for a play, making his way back to the Double Diamond section there, and taking the time on the double dime, looking for a pass potentially to Pac-Man. He will make its way there. Short Luke now has players moving in. Average Toast crawling his way on the roof there, but he will be going to Short Luke. And with a short flick into the goals there, 2 points, evening up the scores.
Took me a second, but I see what you did there. Chandelier, huh? Brandon Chandler, yeah. Chandelier. I see what you did there.
I see nice. Anyway, is that an IKEA? Is that an IKEA? Oh, am I?
We're gonna swing off the chandelier back into this round though. There's a little hint. As Short Luke takes it at the Pac-Man Zenny dude attached, and right at the back they have who was that? Brandon just waiting. Kind of saw the fist flashing, so kind of expecting maybe a back pass, or at least communicating with the teammates that he was available. So nice patience being shown. Of course, it's a bit of a risk doing that on their side of the floor, but thus far executing pretty nicely on that roll up.
And a good clear there through the right side, bouncing off Pac-Man there. And the regrabs are making their way towards Baked from High Ping, taking their hands on it. Steals stuns from both teams here. A bit of a hustle for the diss there, and it will be a slap from Baked. Can they make it work? It will make its way into the hands of Prime, getting stolen off of there from Short. And now Short looking to put in a few more points here. Does have some teammates available on the nest behind for the reset. And taking the time there, like you just mentioned earlier, they definitely do have that ability. And Zenny dude taking that disc, sending it over towards the roof. Average looking for the shot. The stun was on the goalkeeper there, but not going to work out in the end. And an undershot there, making its way back into the hands of Brandon there. Brandon sending it to Average, and a brilliant snipe pass there coming from High Ping, and a great shot there coming from Average.
Yeah, you saw that stack from Baked had left a little bit, well, now you can say it because of the goal, a little bit early. You know, trying to pounce and take advantage of the clear and maybe just not give a lot of time, but they kind of got caught in no man's land because once it was sent, it was recovered, then it was sent really quickly, like you mentioned, a snipe of a pass, and there was no other defenders in the area to bother beyond the goalie, so made it a bit easier there for the captured goal on the side of High Ping, and it's 4-2, 4 minutes in to round 2. As Short Luke takes it back and just taps off for another successful recovery, and then there it is to Brandon again. So I really like what I'm seeing here on the spacing and the patience from High Ping. It's nice.
Yeah, I mean, a calm round in terms of points, but an aggressive round in terms of possession. I feel like we're seeing a lot of steals. Just as I say that, we will see a brilliant steal off the backboard. Renex, great play.
Calm, cool, and collected. I mean, even just watching Renex after the shot went off, and then as it went in, barely any kind of body language being shown. No, just a little subtle flick of the wrist. That's about it. So, full confidence that, hey, no big deal. I do this every day. I've been here before. And really hitting that with confidence as a 1-point lead goes the way of Baked now.
Renex just making me wonder when the next one will make its way into those goals there as they send it through that orange bubble. Now the follow-up will be interrupted there from Baked as High Ping doing well to stun both regrabs there, but the regrabs will prevail in the end from Baked, and we can see now Cameron sending it over towards the bow tie there. It will be Mort, I believe, a Prime getting interrupted there from High Ping, and now the clear there through the left tunnel. 4 minutes 40 on the clock, 4-5, only a point separating these two teams here. And now Average getting their hands on that disc there, resetting it to Short Luke, and now taking their time here. And I'm really liking this kind of playstyle coming from High Ping, but you definitely do have to take the time into consideration. And that was like a bounce pass to themselves, just avoiding that player of Baked, and now Baked taking possession of that disc and looking to follow up.
Very, very adjustable is High Ping, it seems like, because they are just putting in some moves and they're not getting too caught up in committing to, one single thing. They first considered a clear and boost, and they split off, and then when they had more space, then they went for the clear and boost, but then they got the space closed in, so then they went to a bounce pass, a self pass into their stack. I mean, really showing some great adjustability, and that is maybe going to get them this goal, but no, denied. Renex, but again denied, thanks to Average Toast. Short Luke couldn't make it as it bounces off that side pole, but will go back to High Ping, and another chance yet, and this is going to be dangerous as they reset and set themselves up, setting back up, and Average Toast filling it up. That is a 1-point lead. Oh, wow.
What an insane play there coming from all players. Just save after steal, and Average finding the final steal and the final few points there, taking the lead. High ping, and now 3 minutes 20 on the clock. And wow, I mentioned this earlier. It's not good for my heart, these type of games. I feel like it's just back after back. These teams just constantly pressuring each other, constantly finding these steals and these points. And now 3 minutes on the clock, a relatively close game indeed. Baked have taken away the first, looking to take the second here as we see Brandon Chandler taking it through that midsection there. But the intercept there from Baked, and now looking to follow up the stun from Zenidude, doing well to take advantage of that stun player and reset to Brandon, who now has a player on the left, on the right side. It will be Average Toast now, sending it through that midsection, and a great match indeed, Ancient in the chat.
Yeah, this is a really turning out to be a good one. I mean, the pace here definitely slowing down in this round especially, but I like it. It's a very tactical slowdown. It's not just a, you know, the first round slowdown, or the first round when there was lower scoring, we said it was kind of chaotic and ping-ponging, but this one has been much more under control, so this is fun to watch for sure. Zenidude watching up high to the nest, but being cut off, and standing watch on the defense was Prime. Again.
And now Prime looking to find yet another intercept, and yeah, you can definitely tell Brandon is going to be taking his prime time here with 2 minutes on the clock and a 1 point lead. High Ping can do this all day. He might relax there and take a vacation, but sending it over to Short Luke off Pac-Man, and now Short getting intercepted, getting stunned there from Prime yet again. Prime doing very well with these stuns and these clears, setting himself and his team up there for some points as the regrab does make its way there, and Mort taking the lead for Team Baked.
Man, I have not seen a defender destroy so many robots since Optimus Prime. Prime!
Nice.
Looking like a transformative player here on the defensive end and getting them some offense as a result. They're up by 1 minute, 20 seconds left in this round. They've already won the first, so this could be a sweep unless High Ping can score here soon.
And we can see Short Luke now trying to do just that, sending it through that mid area to Bowtie. The pass to Short Luke, and that was a dangerous pass indeed. Baked right next to the player there, and could have even gone for a stun play there, but it will make its way into the hands of Average, sending it over towards the top side. Short Luke looking for the slam, getting intercepted there from Baked. The recollection off the right shoulder, the reset to the double diamond. And can they make it work for them here? Prime looking to intercept this pass off to the right. And I'm liking these aggressive plays here coming from Prime and from Baked in general compared to the previous round. I feel like both teams were playing relatively safe in comparison to now, where we see Prime attacking the attackers. And now the pass from Short Luke, from Average to Short Luke, and Short Luke placing it in. Great awareness coming from High Ping.
Now I have something good and bad to say about that. Oh, we have a timeout, so I guess I'll get to say it. There's a crash on the side, looks like a bake perhaps. So I was gonna say, one thing I really liked, the patience. They were down by 1 point, High Ping. They didn't get in too much of a hurry. They still knew they had time, so they backed it out. They calmed it down instead of going for a rush shot. At first, I like that part. The part that they could have done better on, I think, was once they had it held here, to expend a little more time, because by that point, less than 30 seconds left, you want to, at that point, again, take the last shot. That's the killer here. They are up by 1, so credit to High Ping, but they gave 22 seconds now, a little bit less than that, but still, after this joust, they gave time for Baked to get one more shot in, and that is the tough part. So I think a little more clock management, which they started out with strong, but then maybe got away from them there on their push up the floor, because yeah, now they're on their heels defensively, and they have to defend, and they need to do it in the next 20 seconds, or else it'll be a game going to Baked.
Yeah, I mean, well, confidence certainly does come into play there as well with what you're saying. If you're confident that you're going to find those last few points, and you believe in your teamwork, and you believe that you can find those last few points, then by all means, go for a play in those final few seconds. But with that said, we will see Baked with the disc now looking to quickly find a few points to potentially take away the round. But Brandon doing well to find that clear and find that round 8-7.
And you see what I mean? They're painfully close to paying for that extra time. But full credit to High Ping, because they still closed this through, and they still executed on that offense when they needed to. And that is as important as anything. So awesome. We got ourselves a third round coming up. This is a fantastic match here on VRML Channel 1, our third in a row.
And yeah, I'm having a great time with these American games. It's my first few casts of the second week here, so great to be here and great to cast them alongside Palador, and also cast them alongside the chat. I mean, taking a look at the chat here, everyone stopping by. Wicked Smart, let's go team. That was B-Love. Whoa, coming there from Commander. And yeah, woo indeed. What a great game.
Oh yeah, definitely love to see it. Absolutely. And B-Love, of course, one of our other casters here. As wrong scores on the stream. My apologies for that. It was 8-7. But that said, yeah, B-Love, another one of our great casters, and of course, shout out to Sub Nation. Did that event in collaboration with them and B-Love just a month and a half, 2 months ago, something like that. Time does kind of fly around these parts, but with that, here we go. 10 minutes on the clock, and thank you guys for joining Aces Spades, as well as Goblin, Grumpiest Broom. How are you, Hal? And let's get it going.
Yep, Baked taking away that first round. High Ping responding within the second, and now the response here potentially for either all teams. I feel like Baked definitely. They definitely did have a close shot there in those last few seconds, like you mentioned, Palador. You definitely have to be careful in those situations, and a bit. You need to kind of think a bit of when you're going to set yourself up when you take that last shot with a few seconds left in the round. So with that under consideration now, maybe a change of game style coming from either or teams here, as we see Baked now looking to pressure this disc, and pressure they will. But 4 players scrambling up for that disc there in that pocket, and now sending it through that right side. The stun there from Average Toast, looking to get his hands on that disc there. A pass, not going to quite make its way to the teammate in at first, but Short Luke finding the rebound, and now looking to find a few points, sending it over to the right shoulder. Great pass indeed. Oh my lord, the bottom pocket shot there from Average. The wind up, what a shot.
Yeah, the bouncer, and indeed denying any chance to save that. Just Average Toast putting it through with some good force, and first 2 points on the board as Wolverine stops in. And hello to Wolverine, Commander as well. Being amazed by these games and some of these passes like B-Love as well. Definitely a fan of the passing. Got that basketball connection, B-Love and I, and we love to see these passing plays from these teams every time of day.
Yep, passing always sends a shiver up the spine, the good old spine there. And we can see Short Luke with the disc now. Might go for a follow-up on this clear. The regrab's making the way, and a few awkward bounces there. But they will find it in the end, and High Ping has some pressure on them from Baked, and Renex doing well there, finding a few stuns, but High Ping doing well to keep their possession there. Some pressure there as well coming from Baked, but the reset going to Zenidude, sending it back over to Pac-Man. That will be Average Toast. Might find the pass to the right pole after this reset to Brandon. But yeah, all players setting themselves up on the left and right. No players appear to be marked on them, so they might find any pass that they will. So Average Toast now off Pac-Man might find the pass to the nest. It will be Short Luke, but the save there from Cameron. And yeah, what a save indeed. But will it work for them after that clear made its way into the hands of High Ping? It will, after the intercept there from Renex. Definitely made its way into the hands of Baked, and the follow-up from Cameron.
All right, all locked up again after a minute into that last joust. So 3 minutes all around in this third round. This is our second 3 matches in a row we've had here on stream, and 2 out of the 3 now going to the full length. So great to see that. As the joust goes out, and here it goes again with some patience on this side of the floor. Always risky, but again, in fairness to High Ping, honestly, they've executed it pretty dang well on these rollouts, as it gets stunned out, and now grabbed out as Short Luke making a name and making the goal. Indeed, that is timely, just to come back in 13 seconds, so wasting no time.
Would you look at that? Great 360 there coming from Short Luke as he takes that 2-point lead. Palador doesn't like me. Anyway, now we will see Baked with the disc there. Mort off the left side, and now Prime has some players available in that midsection there. It will be the reset to Cameron. Cameron now looking for a play. Will be over to Renex. Renex crossing it over to Mort. I'm loving these passes here coming from Baked. The follow-up, Prime evening up the scores 4-4.
Yeah, all tied up and 4 minutes in. Oof, this is, again, very defensive at the same time. Lots of good passes linked up. Just found the right one to Prime, so Mort with the eyes, the vision. And there he goes, back to the defensive end and trying to do it once again. And it will be just sailing past the hands of Short Luke, actually getting stunned as well. So some pretty good defense coming in from the stacks just to pressure that. And as a result, Renix has it, but just throws it right into the awaiting arms of Short Luke, looking to now do some harm as they have 3 players kind of all around near the bubble, but just one in it is Toast. Getting stunned and the clear, bouncing everywhere from Station to Bowtie, but back to Brandon. And again, some really nice pressure here. But just the same, some good patience. It's kind of like a, unstoppable force, immovable object. Just seeing which style kind of wins out when the pace is like this.
You can definitely tell that the pressure is taking a toll on both teams here. I mean, these clears are just working out for the opposing team. Just pressure, just forcing these discs that have been led astray. And a great slap there coming from Team Baked and clearing it through that right tunnel. But as I said, pressure definitely does take a toll on the possession rate of your team, and it will be making its way back into the hands of the opposing team. If it wasn't for a stun and a steal from Renex, it will be going back to Zenny Dude over and under to Average, who does find that reset to Brandon, and now the unstoppable force, like Palador just said. I mean, if they can maintain this type of possession, these type of passes, they might find a few more points on the board here. 4 minutes on the clock. The pass, not going to quite make it in the end, but it will find the rebound. The save from Cameron yet again. Cameron has found so many beautiful saves this game and looking for a reset. However, it will be Brandon finding that intercept and the stuns there coming from Baked, and now the clear through the left tunnel.
I don't care what anyone says. That entire last minute and a half or so, that was immensely entertaining. And look at Mort! And that even more so. Mort so excellently entertaining. Finally a lead, but what I was trying to say, that minute and a half of possession time, unstoppable force, immovable object. One side would high ping, they would pass it out, pass it around. Baked would aggress on them, they would get a steal, they would get a stun, they would knock the disc loose. But then high ping would retain and then go back to the slow play, pass it again and again. They would dive in the bubble, then it would get knocked out, and then it would get saved by Baked. But then high ping would get it back and reset it again. But finally breaking that stalemate was Baked, but man, did it take a lot of work in that situation. And now they have some work cut out ahead for them because they're down by 3, and if this pace continues, that's not going to be actually a lot of time, all things considered.
Yeah, I mean, Baked's definitely doing well in terms of defense, but can they stop the 3-man rush? Yes, it can, and Hyping resetting it over towards Cameron, and Cameron finding that clear. Yeah, I was just going to note how Cameron has found 5 saves, Renix 3 of those. So yeah, it definitely does, it is evident that they are giving Hyping a struggle for these shots here, that they're trying to do these passes are definitely what you want to see. 9-4, a 5-point lead going over to Team Baked, looking to attempt and take away this 3rd round.
I mean, looking promising so far. That is once more a very, very big score, especially given the pace. So now High Ping, who's been really favoring this slow play, well, they have to make up that distance in the next 2.5 minutes, or this 3rd round and this match, as a result, will go to Baked.
Yeah, Hyping, although they are really good with these situations in terms of just taking the game nice and slow and finding these passes, with the time running against you and the points running against you, you definitely have to consider just taking a bit of a more aggressive stance, and Cameron doing just that and intercepting that disc in the home territory and finding those few points might just help Baked a little bit more into finding this game.
Commander's saying, glad to be able to tune in today. Got done with my stuff early. Glad you're able to tune in also. I'm glad I'm able to cast this, and yeah, we're watching ourselves a fun one for sure to start off the week. These have been my first cast for week 2, and I mean, all 3 of these matches have had some seriously entertaining moments. Gone to 3 rounds, and the one that went to 2 was still mighty close. So continuing that trend here, and expect to see more of that in VRML week by week, especially as those MMRs and the ranks pan out, as they fan out on the offense for Baked, looking for that score again, but Prime just unable to wrangle it here.
Yep, and eventually does wrangle it, sending it over to his team now there. Renex sending it over to the roof. A bit of an unfortunate early bounce there, making its way into the hands of Hyping now. Brandon sending it over towards that right section, and they need to find a few points now. 1 minute left on the clock. It will be Renex, though, intercepting that disc and looking to hold on to a great passing there coming from Bake. They can absorb as much time as they want here. They have the points, they have the time, but the cross, the finish from Cameron, and that might just be the game-winning points there coming from Team Baked, 13-4.
Oh yeah, it is certainly some ice after all that slow play from High Ping. Finally breaking through that ice and really turning up the heat, because 13 points in a pretty short order, all things considered. Most of those points just came in the last few minutes after a lot of that slowdown in the midfield and in the blue side of the floor. So beautifully done from High Ping for a lot of that, but Baked, man, they just had the fortitude to make this win a reality as the clock winds down. 15 seconds remaining.
And High Ping looking to find that last final shot there. The steals coming from both teams, and this kind of emphasizes how it's been the whole game. I feel like just back and forth action coming from these two teams. Steal stuns, clears. In the end, it worked out for Baked here, and it nearly did there for the last seconds, as well as the follow-up nearly made its way and led to quite a few more points there. But Baked taking away the third and final round. High Ping did find one, Baked found two, and taking away the game. And as a big jalapeno wins pops up on my screen here, the
just
teams
yours,
have named them. Yeah, just mine. But the teams have named themselves, and it's always a fun thing to note and just look at, you know.
Well, a note on that, I actually showed it a couple days ago when I streamed Baked. The jalapeno in particular, blue team was named jalapeno in the game. That's a Pizza League thing. That was Mort's team back in Pizza League, so still maintaining the name after all this time, which is always cool, like you said. But just a fun tidbit of history for you.
Oh, well, great to hear it. And also great to see everybody in the chat here. GG's across the board here. And also looking at the stats here with Average Toast, finding 8 points, Short Luke 10. And the steals, I mean, I'm just looking at the steals here. They've got 11 to their name, High Ping. And even taking a look at the points, they've been so reasonably close within those first few rounds there. Definitely a worthy match indeed for both teams. And Baked doing well for themselves here as well. I mean, you talked about that impenetrable defense there coming from Baked. I mean, 8 saves to the name, and 5 to Cameron, 3 to Renex, and Prime doing well with those points as well as Mort. And yeah, Baked doing well to take away that game 2 rounds to 1. And yeah, GG's in the chat. And yeah, huge thanks to Palador as well for casting along.
And likewise to Pam Wow casting alongside me. And thanks to Yeah Boy for the hydration redemption again, and the channel points. So, as I said, I mean, if you guys are willing to spend to hydrate your casters, by all means. I don't know what you get out of it, except maybe the feel good feeling. I don't know, of knowing that you're keeping your casters healthy, or at least, again, as Smooth Raiden pointed out earlier, as healthy as you can be, chugging down some soda while you're trying to cast. Actually, again, horrible for your voice if you're casting, especially. Don't drink soda while you're casting.
Yeah, sugar's terrible.
Do as I say, not as I do, as I take another swig of Sunkist this time. But thank you.
Sorry, all I heard was a sip of bleep. Didn't quite hear the rest of that. Could you repeat?
No, Dimwee's on channel 2 right now. He's the one with the beep button. And actually, that is to say, he's casting, I want to point this out, because he's casting with Gilligan right now. Our league governor, league moderator last season, governor this season, and also a new caster on our team. So if you guys want to go check out that, I'll actually probably redirect you guys in just a second as we head off here. But yeah, go check that out. Got the channels rolling throughout the day.
And yeah, I guess that's it from me here. I'll just chuck a see you later, mates.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get a raid going. I'm just trying to verify real quick to make sure it is on channel 2. And it looks like that is the case. So, over on channel 2, Sir Dimwee and Gilligan casting Atlas Megacorp. There's a team that's pretty familiar with B-Love. Making a return this season, at least by name, against Average Joes. So that's coming up mighty soon, and it actually hasn't even started yet. It's starting in a few minutes, so you'll have that to watch for you. So yeah, with that, I'm not going to keep you up too long. Just going to get that raid command in. But in the meantime, thank you guys for joining. Thanks, Wonder T-Man there, for joining as well. Fiji Juice, Zenny, and yeah boy for the hydration. B-Love cheering on Atlas. High Cactus with the follows earlier on, as well as Narnian, and I'm just Platty. As well as Doc Fox for the 6 community subs, tier 1 community subs earlier. That was amazing, and also joined in with smooth writing in the fans front row section there that you see in the replays now, which you can activate by hovering over your video player. It's a little extension, and you can get redemption there to have your name and your little fan appear on the stream for a few weeks or something of the sort. So with that, okay, I've been Palador, that's been Pam Wow, and thanks to Caption earlier on, you guys at home be happy, be healthy, be safe, be good to each other, and I'll see you again very soon. Season 3 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Rebuff Reality, Asterion Products, ProTube VR, VR Cover, Fixed Gaming, and VRware.net.